Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time Sports. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside. Thank you so much for joining us. Always glad to come and bring you updates from some of the coaches that are making things happen. You can see right behind me the practice going on over here at HL Bourgeois. We welcome in their interim head coach, Coach Washington. Welcome and thank you very much, Sterling. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for the interview.
So, Coach, one of those things I know we've been dealing with, it's been crazy times here last 18, 20 months here dealing with COVID. Let's talk a little bit about how COVID had kind of impacted things and maybe what you guys were doing and how things were going in y'all summer routine.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm in the position of filling in for Coach Anderson, who did a wonderful job in leading this program and changing the culture. The thing is, it was challenging through COVID, where we only can work out a certain amount of kids per coaches at a time. But he found a way to do that, and with the assistance of us assistant coaches, we got it done and made it through that part of the year.
So tell us a little bit about the summertime and some of the preparations that you were seeing along with the other coaches about what y'all were anticipating here starting the new season.
Well, the biggest thing, Coach Anderson had a weightlifting program going on, a conditioning program, and I think the opportunity that the kids have to do a lot of 7-on-7 really prepared us for coming into this upcoming season.
Yeah, I heard about some of these 7-on-7s from some of the other schools. Is there anything that jumped out at you on the 7-on-7s from these kids?
Well, I think right now our athletic ability, the growth of the kids came out, and then attention to detail was very important, and I think those are some of the factors that we're going to need to be successful in the fall.
I like that. Speaking of how to be successful in the fall, is there anything that you saw where some gaps maybe from last year that you and head coach had talked about, maybe some areas that was really important for y'all to fill the gaps?
Well, the biggest thing was we was inexperienced, the lack of experience with kids, when you have a low number of seniors and you're just pretty much going against senior teams, it's a little bit experience, overcame everything. I think this year with about 20 seniors coming back, people who have been here through the program, been through the grind, they understand what it takes. The hard work and the effort on the practice field, and hopefully we can get that to carry over into the game.
One of the things I think is very important, the athletic director talked a little bit about that. Andrew was talking about his faith and confidence in you, about what you've seen and done. It's kind of the same thing with these 20 seniors. A lot of consistency from you, consistency from them. Seems like there's going to be some great leadership here with the Braves this year.
Well, the biggest thing, everybody know I come with the discipline aspect of it, and then working with Coach Calumet the last couple of years, he saw the discipline that I go in. Like I said, I'm old school, hard work, do it the right way, and it's, you accept the results from that, and been very fortunate that the results been on the positive side. So going into the fall, we definitely looking forward to, playing some competitive football, some disciplined football, but we're definitely looking forward to some wins.
So if I'm hearing this right, what you told me is that during the summer you saw a lot of athleticism. You require a great deal of discipline. Between athleticism and discipline, that very often equals wins.
It often equals wins, but like I said, you can't just show up. You got to go out there and execute the game plan. You got to stay consistent, and you got to play it through the whole game, and we're looking forward to that.
What is something that we can tell the fans, all of these viewing people, what is something that when they come out to see you guys here soon, thank God you get to play some football here soon, what is something that they maybe is going to surprise them from HL Bourgeois this year?
Well, probably the speed of the game. We plan on speeding up the game, playing a very efficient game, but also speeding it up, exciting, and I think you're probably going to see a little bit more action from the players. I think, young players are indecisive as to what they was doing, and the advantage we have kids that's been on the sideline, been watching, and therefore they're ready to go.
Speaking of some of those kids on the sideline, you mentioned those 20 seniors. Can you tell us anything about some of those players, some of those position players that are really going to make a difference this year? Maybe something that you've seen here in some of these last few practices.
Yeah, well, like I said, we have Javon Farragood, who's going to be in the backfield.
Outstanding running back.
Yes, and also he's speed, and, along with him we have Sharon. He's going to be very efficient for us. Out on the wide receivers, we have a Malachi, Doucette. We have a Daquan Diggs. We have a Luke Verdan. And like I said, we just have some guys that are really committed to working hard in the program and coming out here We still have some guys from last year. Like I said, I'm learning all the names because I pretty much worked the defense. Now I got the whole ball of wax. So, a couple of the kids going to really surprise people, I think, once the fans come out and see them.
And so I know it's a new learning curve. It's one of those things that you did last year as defense. Can we talk a little bit about what maybe is going to be important for you to tell us a little bit about what you're going to see in the trenches? What about that O-line and D-line? Where do we stand with them?
Well, the D-line and O-line is always a challenge. I think we're going to be using guys on both sides of the ball. The biggest thing is keeping them healthy and conditioning. That's the biggest thing. And I think from our pass offensive line and defensive line, you're probably going to see kids that are playing at a higher level, a higher level because, like I said, they've been on the back end, they've been playing a lot of JV, and everybody won't play under the bright lights on Friday night. So I think that's something that the kids have been chomping at the bit for, and we're looking forward to giving them a great opportunity. I'm glad we got this going.
Well, let's talk a little bit about maybe somebody that's filled in for you. Whom has kind of stepped up in that role to kind of take over the defense, so now that you're seeing a lot more of the offense?
Well, I mean, the thing is we were shorthanded from the beginning, but we never made any excuses. So right now we got Mark Danos and Coach McElroy.
Right.
They're going to continue with the offense, but we had some guys came in from Hummer Junior High, Dewan, and a Coach Mike. Both
right.
of them came in, and they're going to help us out. And like I said, we're going to slowly bring them in. And pretty much from the defense standpoint, I'm going to be still spearheading it, but also I need to branch my gaps, open my wings up and be more involved with the offense.
And if what I'm hearing is correctly, we're going to speed it up on offense.
We're going to speed it up.
Interim head coach Sterling Washington, so very glad you're here with HL Bourgeois leading this team. Good luck to you this year.